Good morning, everyone. I'm Sue Matthews, and I'm the CEO of the Royal Women's Hospital, and I'm your MC for this morning. On behalf of the Royal Women's Hospital, Bendigo Health, and the Peter MacCallum Cancer Centre, I'd like to welcome you to the Strengthening Hospital Responses to Family Violence Statewide Forum for 2017. I begin by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we meet, the people of the Kulin Nations, and pay my respect to their elders, past, present, and future. To begin today's event, I'd like to acknowledge the sad and tragic passing of our friend, the Honourable Fiona Richardson, Minister for Women and Australia's first Minister for Prevention of Family Violence. Fiona was an unwavering advocate and champion for the safety and well-being of women and children. She was instrumental in changing Victoria's approach to family violence prevention and giving voice and support to victim survivors. Her efforts contributed to the establishment of the Strengthening Hospital Responses to Family Violence project. We wouldn't be in this room today without her commitment to the role hospitals play in responding to family violence. Her commitment to supporting victim survivors and eliminating family violence was instrumental to the progress that we've made and will continue to make in addressing one of our most serious societal issues. Her friends and colleagues remember her as a kind and courageous woman who is adored by her staff and esteemed by her peers. On behalf of the Women's, I send our deepest condolences to her family, friends, and colleagues. Minister Richardson is remembered for her tireless devotion and commitment to victim survivors of family violence. As such, we've invited Emma Gerstchik, who sits on our project advisory for the Strengthening Hospital's Response to Family Violence, to read a short poem in honour of Minister Richardson. Welcome, Emma.
I would also like to acknowledge Minister Richardson, and I feel incredibly honoured and privileged to be able to formally acknowledge her on behalf of all survivors, past, present and future, whose lives she will help. This is a poem called Success by Ralph Waldo Emerson. To laugh often and love much, to win the respect of intelligent persons and the affection of children, to earn the approbation of honest critics, to appreciate beauty and to find the best in others, to give of oneself, to leave the world a better place, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition. To have played and laughed with enthusiasm and sung with exultation. To know that even one life has lived better because you have lived. This is to have succeeded. Be at peace, Fiona. Thank you.
Thank you, Emma. While it's been a sad start to our day, I'm actually pleased to see so many of you here, representatives from health services from across the state. We've had significant interest in today's forum. Within 1 week of opening registrations, every seat had been booked. This clearly shows the commitment of Victorian hospitals to improve what we're doing to respond to family violence. Today provides us with a rare and valuable opportunity to come together to share the learnings and challenges of implementing a whole-of-hospital response to family violence. I truly believe that this is an important moment in time for all of us working in hospitals. The role and importance of the health system response to family violence is receiving greater visibility. It's now up to us to grab this opportunity to really change how we, as health services, respond to our patients and staff who are experiencing family violence. We must make a stand against family violence. We must play our role to change the story that currently sees a woman murdered every week by a current or former partner in Australia. Today's program has been designed to provide valuable information to you regardless of where your hospital is at in responding to family violence. We understand that the content of today's forum is particularly heavy. We also acknowledge that there may be people in attendance today who have experienced or are experiencing family violence. If you would like to speak with someone, please approach Tanya McKenna from Safe Steps this morning, or Georgia Galbraith from the Women's in the afternoon. Before we actually begin the proceedings, a little bit of housekeeping. The women's team are wearing bright pink flowers today, so if you need anything, please don't hesitate to ask them. Please also use the door to my right to enter and exit the lecture theatre. Morning tea, lunch, and afternoon tea will be provided today, but please refrain from bringing food into this lecture theatre. And bathrooms are just at the exit of this lecture theatre to the right. For today's official opening address, please join me in welcoming the Honourable Jenny Makakos, Minister for Families and Children and Minister for Youth Affairs. Jenny, welcome.